guys stick around because we have some really funny people coming up. But coming to stage next, I know a lot of you are here to see him. He's a longtime friend of mine. He's super funny. You all know he's funny. You're gonna love him. Give it up for Steve Bolia.
Okay, I wanted to actually tell a quick story about Lisa, our hostess. This was years ago, and this was our USC days. Anyway, one night we were up into the wee hours of the morning drinking, and the next day my apartment was scheduled to be bug bombed. So the next morning I was hard to get up. Lisa, my roommate Oliver, did anything to get me out of bed, and I could get out of here. And I was like, you know what? I'll just, leave me alone. I'll just wake up when the fumigators get here. So I pulled the covers over my head, back to bed. And then, I guess it was a couple hours later, because when I woke up, I pulled the covers off, and the lights were all off, and the furniture, my bed was all pushed in the middle of the apartment, the windows and doors were sealed, and I realized, because I had the covers over my head, the fumigators didn't know I was there.
Oh, God.
And since I was in alcoholic coma, I didn't stir. So they bug bombed the place with me in it. The good news is that I was fine once I got my sense of smell back. This is a quick serious moment here. If there's anyone that needs a medical emergency today, I am prepared. I recently took a CPR class at the Gay and Lesbian Center. I know all about mouth-to-dick resuscitation. Personally, I can't wait to start saving lives. You guys have those membership cards, rewards cards that stores give out? Well, I have a bunch of them. The other day I was at CVS and I got up to the cashier and instead of pulling out my CVS card, I gave him my Rite Aid card. I felt like I was caught cheating. How did that get in my wallet? Look, it was a one-time thing. Rite Aid means nothing to me. You're the only drugstore I really love. Please, don't look at me, don't judge me. Halloween's right around the corner, and a good costume's really hard to find, and so one year I went as a pedophile. It was pretty easy, I just dressed up like a priest. But another year I went as Harry Potter, the gay Harry Potter, and actually my magic wand was this big rubber dildo I had. Anyway, so the first part I went to, my friend Kate, who's actually here tonight, I said I'd mention you in my set. Anyway, so I knock on the door and she opens and I'm like, I'm Harry Potter, check out my magic wand. And she was mortified and I look behind her and the living room is filled with children. I did not know there would be kids at this party. And I took away the dildo in my robe. And of course now they're like, oh, Harry Potter's here, Harry Potter's here. Show us your magic wand. And I'm like, Harry left it Hogwarts. So I moved out here from New York City, and one of the things I miss about New York City is the freedom of public transportation, but the cabs are great, they're easy. Anyway, this one time I was in New York, I was super drunk, and I hailed a cab, and I got in the back seat, and I looked in front and said, why are there two cops sitting in the front seat of this cab? Turns out I didn't hail a cab, I hailed a cop car instead. And they looked as confused as I was, and as soon as I just got out and just ran as fast as I could, they didn't follow me, I don't know. I think they were thinking like, why did he jump in the back seat of our car? Another thing about New York that I don't like is that once you're out and about, there's nowhere to go pee. So again, being super drunk one night, I just found this like little walk down area where it's a couple streets below, a little bit below street level. So I went down there and I was doing my business, and all of a sudden the light comes on. I found out that I'm actually peeing in front of someone's doorstep to their apartment. And they come out and they're like, what do you think you're doing? And I'm like, I couldn't think of anything, so I said, oh, I'm sorry, I thought this was my apartment. And he was like, you pee on the doorstep of your own apartment? I got all defensive and indignant. Like, as a matter of fact, I do. How dare you? Excuse me. It's one of those pees, drunken pees, where you can't stop once you start. So I was stuck there talking to this guy, and then finally just zipped up and then I ran again. So recently I had a checkup, and it turns out I don't have any STDs, which I'm very happy about. But apparently you can't catch anything from masturbation. Wasted all these years practicing safe sex with myself. My friends are asking me when I'm going to meet someone special, and I finally have. So I've been writing this guy love poems. flowers. I rearranged my whole life around his schedule, and what I get from my efforts? Who are you? Why are you stalking me? Stop or I'll call the police. Yeah, he's one of those guys, afraid of commitment. Listen, I'll do anything to make this one-sided relationship work. No restraining order can keep me away from you. Honestly, do you remember back in the day when stalking wasn't really a thing? It just meant you were really into somebody? When I was in 7th grade, my sister Kim and I, we had this crush on this 9th grader named Greg. And we found out what his class schedule was like, so we knew what path he would take between classes. So as soon as the bell would ring, we would run to where he was, and we would stand there together, just looking at his beautiful visage as it walked by. I had this thing from that poor guy, he must have been thinking like, man, 6 times a day, wherever I go, I see these 2 little Asian kids just staring at me. I mean, from my point of view, it's just harmless fun, but for him, I'm sure he's thinking like, that's like those 2 creepy little girls from The Shining. All we need was a fishing rod and a bug coming in the hallway behind us. So I was thinking about doing some volunteer work, and since I come from a big family, I wanted to do the Big Brother program. But I'm thinking like, I'm pretty lazy. See me looking, let's see, this weekend I should spend time with my little brother, but I really need to clean my apartment too. 2 birds with 1 stone. Let's see, instead of going to the park, I'm going to teach you how to use a vacuum cleaner. Yeah. Suddenly I turned the Big Brother program into the Little Slave program. Alright guys, that's it for me. Thank you. You've been great.
Give it up for Steve Bolia! So awesome. Thank you guys for being such a good crowd. All right, we're going to keep the show rolling.